Now there is caterium electronics for 100 quick wire, which sounds quite cool to me. Then we have got zipline. Wait, zipline like... Oh, was that the thing where you could just zipline around the wires? Oh my god, I need that in my life right this very second. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Satisfactory with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to, well, all the way out here on this beautiful storage container next to this beautifully exposed electric wire that is totally not currently shocking us to death. We have, in the last episode, made a good bunch of progress in multiple fields. On the one hand side, of course, expanding up our megafactory, getting a new manufacturer set up to make us computers, which will be a very crucial ingredient for lots of cool new toys to be had. And then, on top of that, actually finding out, finally, how we can get some caterium wire, which will then enable us, this episode, to get our first fuel generator going, which should mean that we can actually burn off the excess fuel that we do get from our plastic and rubber production out here, and, well, you know, start producing that again, because currently there's nothing flowing out at all. So, that is quite nice. We are going to be building that fuel generator today. We've, in fact, even got the caterium ingot already good to go. We just need to make the caterium wires. And then apart from that, we will go and take care of actually getting some copper sheets from out here into the megafactory for said production, as well as seeing how we can get some copper to up there too. So like just raw copper ore, in order to also be able to go ahead and get some wires going up there, because we do very much need those as well. So, that all is the plan for today. Let's get started right away, but if you're new around here, of course, if you do happen to enjoy the episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. It would really mean an absolute ton to me. We're quite the small channel, really looking for 1,000 subscribers currently, which is a big milestone. But, you know, it's still a fair bit out. Every single person counts a ton, so thank you so much if you did that. But without further ado, let us go and somehow just loop-de-loop this conveyor belt into that constructor, weirdly. And we will go and, wow, didn't know these sat on stilts. But we will go and make caterium wire out of this after we've actually proceeded to do the necessary research using the caterium ingot we've already made. Kind of forgot about that bit. We do need to actually carry this over to the MAM real quick and execute the necessary bits of research. That's a little faster, I would argue. So let's go get here. There is the... oh, that's actually a lot of caterium ingot. Somehow I thought it was going to be less. 50? Oh no. I feel like we may be out of luck here. Let me go and check that real quick. I'm not sure how much is already on the conveyor in that constructor. Well, in the constructor there's probably nothing given lack of recipe, right? Yep. So, good news, unless I do have anything still left in my inventory that I haven't put in there yet. Nope. Okay. Good news! I will have to go and get ourselves more caterium ore, because unfortunately we did not bring enough. So, that's great news right there, I suppose. I'll do that myself though. No need to bother you guys with all the driving over, getting stuff done and everything. That'll literally like waste half an episode otherwise. So, I'll place it... what is this? Well, that was not intended, I'm quite sure. But I will try and find the truck, which I've got actually no clue where it is. It's totally going the wrong way. I'll go and find the truck, get myself over to where we've got our little manual miner thingy. Well, not really quite manual, but you know what I mean. The mining robot set up. We'll go and collect a little bit more ore, get that smelted. I'll get things researched, and I'll be right back with you guys in order to go ahead and get that caterium wire plunked together. Alright, so back we are. All the caterium ingots ready to go, so we will go out here and quickly get our research going, and then we will make that crucial caterium wire, which we are really needing now. So let's get that out of the way. Interested in this. Inflated pocket dimensions. I think we saw that last time around. That may actually be something interesting to take care of as well. It's not like that really requires much of any caterium ingot, and we do have the wires here. I mean, look at my inventory. I would really not mind another 6 slots. We may do that real quick in a second. Now, there is caterium electronics for 100 quick wire, which sounds quite cool to me. Then we have got zipline. Wait, zipline like... Oh, was that the thing where you could just zipline around the wires? Oh my god, I need that in my life right this very second. Oh god, okay, I'm kind of a bit hyped about that one, not gonna lie. We're gonna go get this stuff up and running now. Well, for the time being, you know, I won't constantly drive back and forth getting, Jesus Christ, getting the materials moved over here. That's just not gonna happen. I mean, it's like 300 units of ore at a time, so it's kind of a bit mental, if that makes sense, but we will definitely harness what we have here for the time being. It does seem like there's a lot of stuff coming out of there at once, so we're just quickly going to chuck down a container here to make sure to instantly offload that. Jeez, yeah, that's definitely a lot of quick wire. So that'll be producing. In the meanwhile, I think we're going to go and grab ourselves a stack of... woo. Is that a Mark? That's a Mark 1. Wow, okay. Mark 3 must be fast to run on. But we'll go and grab ourselves a stack of wires just here. And we'll just, you know, see, I guess, about also getting the inflated pocket dimensions. Because, honestly speaking, I'm already struggling with my inventory so badly that that would be really, really nice to have indeed, I have to say. And we do have a lot of caterium ingot here, and I do have a handy amount of these things with me. Oh my god. Don't look in there without eye protection, everyone. But yeah, we'll do that. I'll just zoom into there, and we'll hopefully get some decent amounts of caterium wire here. Now, how much do we need? What was the button to build? Nope. It was Q. I'm so confused. I must have fat-fingered some other button. But the need that we had, I guess, for the fuel generator was 50 units. Oh no, wait! Oh no, wait! So, I mean, we may have encountered a bit of an issue here, to be honest. How are we going to do that? I can't build the fuel generator without the computers, but I cannot get the rubber and the plastic forming computers without the fuel generator. Oh my god. We may have quite an issue here. I'm not quite sure how... Can we go and buy a few computers for tickets? Is that a possibility? Because I would like to get at least one of these things going, so you know. I mean, yeah, sure, we can technically, I guess, otherwise. That's gonna take a long while. But we can technically, I guess, otherwise... Lights. There is lights. How did I not have a clue that that was the thing? We need those. Anyways... Who was I going to look? Here, maybe? No, parts, right? Oh, computers. 6 tickets! Okay, we may just have to build another tank until we can actually, you know, get the plastic together for 5 computers, because that's maybe a bit expensive, honestly speaking. So, that'll be the plan instead, I guess. We do now have the copper sheets somewhere out here. Jeez. That was spooky for a second. And... no, that's the copper wires. This is the copper sheets. We do not have a conveyor splitter here yet, so we will need to get that going. That should be a splitter, right? Yeah. We will need to get that going. Where is the in? Here, and then we need to... oh my god. Really not enough of... not a lot of space to work with here, I have to say. And that is an invalid shape, because I guess it's too frickin' close. And too frickin' crammed. Maybe like that it'll work. It will. Will we still be able to get the conveyor through here? Well, we will, with a little bit of clipping. But, well, it is what it is. And then... Oh my god, how do you even get that out of here? We'll just clip it through the power pole, I guess. And we'll kind of just move it across the storage containers. Hello? Thank you. God. Yeah, so that's the way that this works now, I guess. Except when I'm standing in the way. Oh, God! Or eating myself off. Okay, honestly, we can just continue. Pull that out to here. And then we will pull things out to there and, I don't know how we do this now, to be honest. Maybe across the pipe. Down onto the other pipe. Jesus Christ, what an odyssey for these parts. Oh yeah, something along the ways of this. I do want to see, wasn't there some sort of stackable conveyor or something that we had? Stackable conveyor pole. Yes. I want this. How do I proceed? Ow! That hurt. Guess we kind of need to get rid of this belt first, right? And then we need to... That's a bit annoying, I have to say. I would really prefer to just not have to tear out the other conveyor belt, but hey. I'll manage somehow, I'm sure. Not quite well aligned. Also not quite well aligned, but meh. We'll just use Mark 3s here now. Why not, I guess? Oh, wait. Could have done it like that all along, could we? Well, I guess that works, right? So the idea would be... Ah, okay, I see. So you only need that from like one... Okay, so what we can do... Generally speaking, hopefully... Ooh, God, something along the lines of that, right? Yeah, and then I guess, you know... can just go into this. And we just start pulling things through now. Where in the world did I... Oh, there. So I'm going to go and move that into there, basically. Then that slots in nicely on top of the other belt. And we can kind of just keep moving things along. Just all the way to over there, then. With a little bit of clipping into the pump, probably, unfortunately. But that works out quite well. I'm quite happy with that optic. And on top of that, do we get ladders here? We do! So that helps us cross the conveyor belts a little, which is nice. Now the question becomes, what do we do from here on out? I'm not really quite sure, in fact, where we even need to move the conveyor belt in to the building. So... I would argue that we just leave it here for a second, and then we go and check out where we need the thing. And, most crucially, I would argue, also the rest of the copper ore, and then we can kind of just pull both of them up in the same go. But before that, I think we can go check back on the caterium real quick. We'll make sure that, we have... Oh, God, help. Oh, yes, okay. We will make sure that we do have all that nicely produced. First things first, let me go and grab these again. Not intending to leave them in. And now we've got 475 units of caterium wire, which is decent. It's a good start. It's enough for pretty much all the research we wanted to do, so that's nice. It is enough for a coal, not a coal, for a fuel generator, so that's also nice. And then, you know, maybe for some other shenanigans along the way. So, let's... Oh, frickin'. We needed the ingot, not the wire. Oh, I want my slots. Well, it is what it is now, I guess. Can't do anything about that anymore. We'll go and make that at least happen. I'm going to go trash the copper ore here. Caterium electronics analysis complete. So I guess that just unlocks these things. But oh my god, what a Blade Runner! Does that make me run faster or jump higher or something? Oh my god, I want everything. I absolutely want everything. There's AI limiters, which I've got no clue what that is. Mark II power poles, power switches, smart splitters. I want the zipline though. Oh my god, this is so cool! There's so much stuff, like so much stuff behind all this caterium. I kind of like really badly, honestly, really badly right now want an obelisk and like a explodey thingy to go and blow that flippin' rock up so I can get all the caterium in the world, because like holy moly, there's some cool stuff that we can get with caterium. I mean, like, look at it. There's so many cool things that we can... I mean, I really want those Blade Runners, but I also really want that zip line. Like, I just want to go wee around my factory all day, yes please. This is so cool. We need to get it all. Before we get that though, let me go and finish this cable smashing. Just making some extra, because we all know we need some extra cables for power poles and stuff anyways. But, let's go and grab this thing. 5 minutes in fact, okay. Well, for this we need that first anyways. I cannot really afford using up that much caterium wire just yet, unfortunately, because well, we do kind of need it for the fuel generator when we actually get the parts. But not to despair, we'll at least have a zipline in 5 minutes. I feel like we really want that in our lives, do we? Sounds like a whole lot of fun to me. With that said though, we do have... Well, I mean, the last few remaining parts, right, as far as I remember, were the copper ore and the copper sheets. And we do have the copper sheets all the way to out here now. We do have the copper ore here in general. The question, in fact, being, though, before we actually head over to the megafactory to check out where we can route it in, I would want to see if we are actually producing enough copper ore for our needs. Oh, no! That's literally it. If you're watching my regular Twitch streams, shameless plug right there, by the way. That's literally the definition of doing a DJ right there. Almost there, but last second. Last second, you just stop and end short and fail. Okay, but anyways, we've got 120 potential per minute. You can hear audibly, I would argue, that we're not using those 120 a minute. The question is why that is. So we've got, I mean, it's 1-to-1 on the ingots, right? Yeah, so we've got 15 a minute here. What else are we using the copper ore for? 30 a minute for these, which is actually going to be fully used now with the copper sheet production. Is that it? This is still the wires. Yes, that's like 45. Even if we assume that we fully use our wire production, which maybe we should just assume that to make sure that's that. And then, of course, we have whatever goes into the megafactory. So, I mean, we do have the overclock potential one way or another. We just need to figure it out. We do not need a second, like, copper resource or something. A second way over there. Oh my god, we're actually so fast running on a Mark III conveyor. Jesus Christ. The only question, I guess, would be in the end how much we're actually using up right here. So... the copper all seems to go into one place and one place only. I wish you could just drive along these elevators. That will make my life so much easier. Right, well, a little bit of time for me to get all the way up to where the copper goes in, so I'll see you on the other side. Alright, back we are. So this is where the copper goes. And then it goes all the way... oh yeah, right, and we're making like wires and cables and stuff out here. So we had 45, now we're at 90. Okay. So technically, without overclocking, we would have 30 capacity remaining. Now let's go get all the way up. I'll see you on the other side of another cut, I guess. Alright, all the way up top we are. So, well, the copper sheets we need here, which fingers crossed that we do have enough of them, but we're not really using them for anything else unless we do want to construct pipelines, so should be fine. Plastic, you know, would be very useful. We don't have much of any. Well, we do have some up here, but it's really not that much. Could already configure this to be computers, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of the intent, right? But then we do need cables. We need 22.5 a minute. Okay, that seems like a lot. I've got no clue. We'll have to find out. Do we need to produce anything else up here? Copper sheets we have, plastic we have. Ooh! Well, evidently that was not the plan right there. Can we actually climb up here? Come on! Come on! Stop slacking! Oh! No. Maybe? Yes! We made it back without the treacherous stairs. So, screws. We in fact need screws, and the research is complete, which is beautiful. Do we have the ability to split off some screws from the other production? I don't think so. So that's a lot of space needed up here as well, to be honest. If you think about it, right? Even if this goes around the corner quite tightly here, I mean, God, that is a lot of space needed for all this stuff. I'm a little worried about space. I mean, we could go like undo some stuff all the way in the corner here, like just squeeze the screws in, but that would kind of mean that we can't wall things off properly, which I really dislike. That we do technically have the ability to do things here, but we do need 2 smelters up here, right? So I mean, those we can always somehow fit, I guess. Kind of need to offset them a little bit to ensure that we can put a wall and the conveyor hole thingy and everything, but we could put 2 smelters here like that, right? One for the copper, one for the iron. Now this would have to be very crammed, so we couldn't make it with perfect spacing and beautiful looks and everything. But the plan would be that we have a constructor right here for the one thing, then the other constructor would kind of have to go right next to it. Which, as you can see, is a little bit of an issue, because wherever we go, we're encroaching someone else's clearance, which is not great. Now the question being, could maybe somehow solve things like that. Right, just offsetting things to the left a tad bit. Then we go and pull one thing through here, the other through there, and then whatever goes here, I would say, it's not going to have a constructor behind it. Whatever goes here will have a constructor behind it. Then we kind of also need to find out how to get it around all this stuff. It's not going to look great, but it should work at the very least, right? So we would go squeeze in another constructor like right here. So this would be like the screw stuff. So screws here, iron rods there basically. Oh no, actually oh my god. Haha, we need constructors in both places, which is great. How we're going to do that bit, I'm not quite sure. Well, we could do something like that again, I guess. Just doing some more creative squeezing. That's too close. You know, we held this factory up for so long, and now we're taking all the stuff apart. Now it's gonna look terrible. But it is what it is. We gotta make it work somehow. Something like that is gonna make it work. Oh my god, I almost fell in there. So we will need another constructor, I guess. Like there. And I mean, it does look weird, but it fits. It's the main point right here, right? So we would have the cable production right there at 30 a minute, which could work. Yeah, that's sufficient. We would be making very, very smoky of a conveyor belt, but if it works, it works. And you've got wires, which is 30, and didn't we need 60? We kind of did, so we need to technically overclock this thing to 200%. Which we really do to make sure that we meet the needs of the other thing. And if we overclock that to 200%, that's going to mean that we use 30 copper ingot a minute, which is actually doable with the rest of the copper that we have. So that's perfect, in fact. And then we've got the iron ingot, where we're going to technically make 30 a minute, which would output, well, which would only result in 15 rods a minute. 15 rods a minute is sufficient for 40 screws a minute, and we need 130. Okay. That's another ball game right there. We can do 250% overclock, which would end us up at least 100 a minute, which is decent, I would say, but we do need 59 rods a minute for that, which we do have the iron ingots for, but not the speed in terms of the iron rod production, so we kind of need to do a 200% overclock right there. We could do, you know, just to save it. We're not going to save like minute bits of power here. We're just going to use it all up. Why not? And then that here is that. So we need to get some iron ore up here too, I guess. Need to get some copper up here. And hopefully we'll have the space for the elevators. But that's the plan right there. So we'll go and put a wall right there. One piece conveyor wall to here and another to there. And we can already connect these through to make sure that the flow of the conveyors is going the right way. This is then all connected all the way through already. And then, I mean, for the outs, we need to eventually make sure that that works. Oh god! I did it again. But yeah, so I guess that is the plan right there. We will need to see now how we proceed. The copper sheets, I guess we can also... probably the best ways to get in from over on this side. We will check that out in the next episode. Let's do it like that. We'll check out in the next episode where to get the copper sheets in from. We'll split off some of the inflowing copper ore and get that up all the way right here. And we will make sure to get the extra iron ore going. And then when all these things are actually flowing up top, with all the constructors and everything already set up, that should pretty much very quickly set us up to finally get our first computers out of there. That is, if we can get the proper amount of plastics into there. I hope so, because technically speaking, we do still have some bits in our inventory, and I'm just going to hope that that is sufficient to get the amount of computers that we need, and then we'll go and set up our first fuel generator ever as well. So very much looking forward to that. I hope you guys are as well. For today, though, we're going to end it off right here. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below, as well as subscribing if you're new around here and had some fun, want to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes, and of course don't forget to smash that bell icon as well while you're at it. With all that out of the way though, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.